What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the show. Now, yes, I'm doing a stream on Sunday, which I think it's actually Monday where you're at. Is
Yeah,
that
it's
right?
like 2:30.
It's 2:30. So
2:30.
so 2:30 in Australia. So just in case you didn't know that. So what's going on, you guys? Let me do this. Put some music on. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about some shit. We're gonna talk about some Marvel shit. Yeah, I'm wearing my Marvel shirt. You can go fuck myself. I got my DC shit, but those are all Spider-Man comics, so go fuck yourself. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna talk about Comic-Con coming up, right? We're gonna talk about some of the stuff that's supposed to be happening at Comic-Con. We're gonna talk about Fantastic Four. We're gonna talk about Thor: Love and Thunder being compared to Wonder Woman 84, which is something I did over this past week. Because to me, it makes a lot of sense because these two movies sucked ass, and I want to know from you guys which is fucking worse, Wonder Woman 84 or Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the what the fuck is it? I'm actually going to put this in the chat as a poll. Hold on, if I can actually get to my fucking stream here. I went to YouTube Studio. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, what did you think of Thor: Love and Thunder? Because I have not seen that yet, and I don't want to be honest.
Thor: Love and Thunder. It was a dumbass movie.
Oh, okay.
It was just stupid. I mean, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss anything to be, for that matter. It was just like, okay, that was a movie, and that was the end of it. So it was just kind of stupid, you know. Okay. So don't watch it, Axel.
No,
Which is a better movie? And we're gonna do down here. We're gonna go Thor: Love and Thunder. Or we're gonna go WW84, like WWF. Okay.
Good music.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna. Here we go. Okay, so now it's in the chat now. What's up, Keely Chow? Good to see you in the chat. Let's see. Desert Eagle saying, yo, what's up? And here we go. What's up, Prime? Monday morning. Okay. I feel you. Well, it is midnight on the East Coast, so that makes sense. So Keely Chow. Watching Westworld. You know, I gotta watch Westworld. You know, I watched the first season. I liked it a lot. I never watched one after that. But now that I have HBO Max, I can actually go on there and watch it. I just haven't done it yet because, well, I don't really have time. But I do want to catch up with that. I don't know if you've ever seen Westworld.
No, I've seen a bit of it.
What's up, Arkham Gaming?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
If you want a link, Arkham, let me know and I'll send you one. Okay, so let's talk about the first bit of news that I want to talk to all you guys about. And here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me bring it up first. And this has to do with the Fantastic Four, of course. So let's check it out. So here it says Jason Segel is rumored to play the Thing in She-Hulk: Attorney at Law. Now, if this is the case, then how the fuck have they not existed already? How could he be in this movie or in this show, but we don't have the Fantastic Four yet?
Yeah, I heard about this thing, but I didn't know it said in She-Hulk. What? Have they? Maybe it's like before he turns into the Thing, and I don't see how he has anything to do with the She-Hulk storyline.
I don't either, but I mean, I get that they would try to work in some of these characters, but how the fuck is he gonna be in it if we haven't even seen these characters yet? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand how Ben Grimm can be in this in this show. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I think
go ahead.
I do think that She-Hulk and the Thing have like friends in the comics or something.
But that's irrelevant, though. I mean,
how
is the only thing I can think of is that he's not going to be the Thing yet.
Yeah, I don't. You know, he's not a Thing yet, but like, yeah,
he's not a Thing yet, but he will be.
Yeah, the Thing isn't a Thing yet, but yeah.
So I mean, that's something to think about. If anyone has any input on that, you know, let me know. Here we go. Prime says Thor is trash. I didn't even see it. I don't have to. I know it's trash. Besides, I'm done with Marvel. Okay. I'm not done with Marvel. I'm still a Marvel fan. I'm still a DC fan. I'm still a fan of all the shit. So I'm definitely gonna watch things that come out. But I do feel you on this, Prime. based on what I saw in Thor: Love and Thunder, they need to step their shit up because I'm telling you right now, if WBD was smart and they went big on all the Snyder shit for DC, they'd fucking blow them away right now. But they're not. And so, I mean, right now, I would say that the MCU is at their weakest, even though they're not. Where you have Thor: Love and Thunder just came out.
Is the CGI in Thor really bad? Like,
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that bad, but the story itself was shit. And it was just a lot of cringy ass scenes in the movie that I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what the fuck is this? The goats were like, ah! I was just like,
yeah, I heard about the goats. Like, everyone's saying, oh, they're so funny. Yeah. Are they fun? Yeah, right. Yeah,
no, they're not that funny. It really is a trash movie. And even the end credit scenes weren't even all that great. The music was great because I like Guns N' Roses, so that was an easy, that's like a nostalgia shot right there.
In the movie, was he good in it?
No, he was. I thought he was shit.
Yeah, like because last night I watched Man of Steel and I'm like, oh fuck, and Russell Crowe, he looks so good in Man of Steel, and like, and then when you go to watch like Thor: Love and Thunder, he looks so different. Like,
well, he just looks very bloated and overweight, and I don't think he tried to get in shape whatsoever for this role. I think he just kind of went with it. Yeah. What is this? It was just a really shitty. I mean, it was a very I'll put it this way: it was a very it was not a memorable movie by any means. I mean, there was nothing about this movie that when I was done, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to watch this again to see this scene or to see this or to experience. No, it was just like when it was over, and I probably will never watch it again. Unless I'm honestly, like extremely bored on Disney Plus.
What's that?
Unless I'm like extremely bored on Disney Plus and it happens to be there, then maybe I'll watch it. But other than that, I have no reason to want to watch Thor: Love and Thunder ever again because I just thought it was a waste of time. It was just a cash grab. It didn't really evolve anything. I mean, look, Jane Foster and her story arc in the movie, like that was kind of sad. But to be honest, Christian Bale carried the entire fucking movie. He was the best actor in the movie. He was the only one who took his role seriously, while everybody else was just there, just like fucking around. Anyway, we'll talk about Thor: Love and Thunder in just a little bit, but because we're gonna do that comparison. But here we go. Jason Segel rumored as the Thing. I would never have imagined in all my life, in all my days that I've been on this planet, that Jason Segel would be the one that would be cast as Ben Grimm. I don't understand this.
What's he been in? He
was in How I Met Your Mother. He was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's been in a whole bunch of the what's his name? The Judd Apatow movies. He's a good actor. He's funny as hell. But I just don't see this as. I just don't see it. When I heard this, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I mean, unless we're trying to go more comedy, I don't understand why you would cast him in this role. Now, look, I haven't seen him in the role yet, so I really shouldn't be talking all this shit. But I loved him in How I Met Your Mother. I really loved him in everything he's done. But everything I've seen him do is something that is like comedy, So, I mean, granted, this is from One Take News, so whatever. Yeah. But this is via the. Here, let's just go with the fucking source here. Yeah. This is from this shit. Oh, it's I don't watch a video. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Arkham?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Arkham. Oh, nice.
So, I mean, what the fuck is this? This guy, 27K. That's not bad. What we know, The Little Mermaid. Oh god, that shit show. Okay, so. What do you think about this news, Arkham? Do you think that this is a good casting of Jason Segel as the Thing?
I don't know that much about his acting, but like, I have to see I have to probably see some kind of I don't know, if the director thinks I have to see some kind of trailer, acting kind of thing, or for me when an actor or actress gets cast in a role or something like that, what usually helps me to think if they're somewhat good in the role is either teaser or trailer to somewhat convince me that they could do good in the role. like that's just me.
Yeah, right. Oh, I mean, look, like what Prime is saying, MCU has been trash after Endgame. I think that for the most part, they have not been able to recapture what they had. I think that
ever since after Endgame, like
No Way Home was pretty good.
Well, no, you're right. Now, I will say that No Way Home was dope. Okay, so I will disagree with that, Prime. Now that Arkham brought that up, No Way Home was a dope ass movie, and I actually liked Doctor Strange too. I thought that was really good.
Oh, that was good.
And I thought Loki was a good show. I liked Loki. Captain America: The Winter Soldier I thought was really boring. WandaVision I liked until they kind of fucked us over in the end. So I was like, okay, what the fuck is this?
I thought we were getting Quicksilver. I thought that.
Everyone thought that. Instead, they pulled a fast one. Everybody, and so because of that, like I have mixed feelings about WandaVision. It really broke my heart.
What about What If? What did you think about that?
What If was cool, but it was I
was not a fan of like this is my perspective on What If. It was cool, but it seemed like you have all these movies within the MCU, and they grabbed like a lot of these movies within the MCU and changed it a tiny bit in the what if this person or that person, like you see in the first episode, it's basically the first Captain America movie. But
it was basically what if this person had the
right Agent Carter, and that episode wasn't so bad. Like that one, I didn't really have any issues with. I thought it was cool to just kind of see the difference of what could have happened. I was like, no, that's cool. Yeah. But the episode, in my opinion, that I thought really did not hit for me was the zombie episode. I thought that was like, what the fuck is this? I was like,
that episode just felt insulting. Like, just how?
Yeah, it was just like,
they
dude,
didn't take anything seriously.
How could you not get this right? I mean, we're talking about zombies here. It's like shit.
I'm like,
I'm not a fan of like the jokes and quips in the MCU. I just hate all of them.
Well, I mean, like they do it, but I feel like as we've been moving forward, they've been trying to do it more and more and more. And I'm like, dude, okay, I get it, but there comes a point where you kind of have to scale that back just a little bit, But ever since Guardians, they've been pushing it even harder,
No, it's like ever since like Avengers, like I don't know, it's just
like I watched the Thor movie 2 times, and I saw it the second time because, like, for me, I have to watch at least 2 times for a movie to solidify my opinion. And after I watched it the second time, my rating went to it was probably 8 or 9, went to 6 because my problem is the jokes were shoved in my face a lot.
And that's the thing. It's like the fucking the whole rivalry between Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
I think that's stupid.
It was funny at first, but then they did it at least 4 or 5 times, and I was like, dude, twice? That's enough.
Wait, what? Wait, they have Stormbreaker and Mjolnir?
Yeah, they have really it's more like Thor and Stormbreaker are having a bad time because
you've been seeing
it's like a jealous girlfriend type of storyline.
When did the weapons ever have when did
they
ever have a mind of their own?
Or personality for that matter.
He thought, I guess the director thought it would be funny if it had a personality.
Oh yeah, on Taika Waititi. I'm sorry.
And this I agree too. I mean, Doctor Strange 2, I liked a lot. I thought that was pretty badass.
I love that movie actually. It was different. This, I feel like this is somewhat the problem with a lot of those MC fans is when you get something different. And I love when you have a variety of different kind of MCU films that aren't the same. But at the same time, when you get something different, they complain.
Exactly. That's why I kind of like Eternals. That was different. And MC fans just didn't like it.
It's like when even when it was different, and a lot of MCU fans didn't like it. They go back and pale back and go back to the MCU formula.
And they act like, oh, Marvel Studios hates the fans. I'm like, you are like the luckiest fan base ever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no, I mean,
stop treating Disney like they're Warner Bros. You don't know what that's like.
Well, I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, I think you kind of. But okay, but here's the thing. So if going back to like Endgame, right? I mean, like kind of what Desert Eagle was saying. I do agree that like Endgame, I don't think was a perfect movie. I think it had a lot of cool parts and it had a lot of things that I liked. But overall, the storyline about it was kind of stupid. The fact that they were using the quantum realm to travel through time, and it was kind of like, where the fuck are they going? Like, they're like, okay, you have your thing set, let's go. And they jump in there, and they're just like flying through.
And
just like,
of the film
I'm like, where the fuck are we going? Like, how do they know where to go? Like, fuck this.
I feel like when I think of both Marvel and DC, you have like those time travel kind of characters. Like you have Flash with DC, and you have like something similar like Doctor Strange. I feel like maybe like if you had Doctor Strange in Endgame, I feel like it would have been more. I feel like it would have been told better, like with the time travel aspect.
What he's saying. You're saying if he was like alive for most of the game?
Okay.
Yeah, most of the time, and he was time traveling the rest of them, and I feel like it would be better done because I just didn't think the time travel aspect was done very well.
And like the way like Thanos and like the snap is being treated in other films and shows, like they're just like in Far From Home, like the second one, like I keep getting those confused. Like they treat it as
they
like
call it, I think,
something. I'm like, that's even traumatic.
Blip or something like that.
Yeah, that's a dumb name. I'm like
the Blip.
The Blip.
But that's the thing. It's like after Endgame. I mean, like they had a few good things. Like I was saying, like you know, Loki I thought was good on Disney Plus. But Spider-Man was great, and Doctor Strange was really good as well. I like that one a lot. But I mean, to follow that up with this movie, it was just like, fuck, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, you nailed it with Spider-Man. You did really good. You had made a really good story, really dark, really just interesting story with Doctor Strange. And then Thor: Love and Thunder was just like, oh, okay. And then now we don't. Let's go back to the fuck around gang and just like have a good time. It just felt weird because to me it felt like at first, at least, especially with WandaVision, it felt like the MCU was moving in a different direction where they're making you have to think about everything that they're showing you on the screen, all the Easter eggs. I was like, hey, this is kind of different, you know? And then they pulled the fucking Ralph Boner bullshit, and it was just like, okay, this is stupid. And then it just sort of kind of fell off. But like I said, Loki, I liked a lot. I thought that one, they really, really tried on that one. And it hit really well, I thought, at least.
I think it's just me, but like...
Oh, fuck, Shang-Chi. Remember Shang-Chi came out, too.
That was good one. Was that good?
That was pretty good.
But with the Disney Plus shows, like, I think they're okay, but I feel like they could be better at the same time. Like,
yes. You talking about the Marvel Disney Plus shows?
Yeah, the Disney Plus shows, like, this, the problem is the 6-episode format. They have to stop that.
Well, I mean, but like really, realistically, like I don't want like a 22 episode season like we got in the past. That's way too much. I mean, even 12 episodes is a lot. Yeah, I think 8 episodes is good. 10.
Around the 8. But like, I think some stories, what they're telling, I think they should have a little more episodes to go towards that finale.
I mean, Shang-Chi was good. I actually like Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that was good.
What's up, Now Your Life? What's going on, man? Tony's death was weak. I don't know if it was weak.
I mean, it was a cool scene where it said,
was not cool. Widow's death, nobody cared
when that happened. But like, I don't know. I just don't really feel the same impact. And like, oh yeah, Black Widow's death. I
Black Widow's death became fucking meaningless the minute they decided to make a movie after Endgame.
I'm like,
I was like, okay, now we're gonna see her movie, and it was weird too because like when that movie finally fucking came out, it felt like I was watching a movie that I should have seen like
Phase
fucking 3 years ago. You know what I mean? I was just like,
And also, I didn't think the movie was. It didn't really. I don't know. Give me a lot of.
I hated what they did with
just like
Taskmaster.
I felt like the movie was just there to tell me, oh, how she got that jacket or something. I'm like,
well, I mean, it set up, Florence Pugh's character. It set up Taskmaster. So now that when you go with the Thunderbolts, you're gonna have that. So there were things they were setting up for the future. But it, like I said, it felt like I was watching a movie that shit came out years ago.
Yeah.
It was just like, where was this at? Like, I don't know.
Where have you been all my life?
You know, the weird thing about Black Widow is like it has this really awkward imbalance of like having some of the best action since Winter Soldier and then some of the worst forced humor like in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On top of some sloppy effects, but
Oh yeah.
Well, look, let's just jump right to it then. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is something that I kind of brought up earlier in the week, and I want to talk about it with you guys and everyone here in the chat. Thor: Love and Thunder compared to Wonder Woman 84.
Wonder Woman 84 every time.
See, here's the thing: is that like I actually went with Thor: Love and Thunder surprisingly because I think that at the end of the day, Thor: Love and Thunder never takes itself too seriously, and ever. But Wonder Woman 84, it tried to take itself seriously many times. And even then, it was still so cringe. It was still so flat that I was like, fuck, this is bad. And they're trying to be serious, and it sucks. Damn it, Even the scene where she leaves Steve Trevor was like, oh, God, that was not done very well. When she kind of runs away, and then she's running on strings. It was just kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, there was such a better way to do that. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I can't.
Like, this was very hard to decide. Like I had to.
It's shit like that I'm like, fuck that. I can't. I mean, I'm sorry. As bad as Thor: Love and Thunder was, you didn't see shit like this.
No, you just had goats screaming every 10 fucking minutes.
No. And apparently, wait, what a Korg doing?
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The only time I chuckled at the goats was when they landed in what's that place called where all the gods were at? They came
City.
Yeah, they came crashing in. It's like, ah! I was like, oh god. And it wasn't even like, oh, they're so funny. It was just like, oh god, like what the fuck.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, the movie never took itself too seriously, which it's probably at its own is a fault of the movie itself.
I mean, that's just Marvel now. That's just Marvel these days. They can't. They don't know how to make us.
But I mean, like when you film shit like this, like, where they go? Like that was horrible. That scene, a whole mall sequence. I was like, God, this
the part
is really
where
bad.
where she slides on the ground and kicks and he somehow flies up in the air. I'm like, how that should not be possible. I'm like, what? How?
Or like when she grabs the little girl and throws her into the bear, and then she's holding the guy, and then she goes shh. And then she winks as well. It was like, okay, one would have been good. You didn't have to do both, but why not? Okay. I just didn't like the direction they went with Wonder Woman 84. Yeah. And I can't. Like, the actors did a pretty good job, but the story was god awful.
Like, I get how you feel, and I apply that to Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, I just can't sanction the fucking buffoonery that goes on in that movie. It's like every single scene in that movie, even when there's a moment of brevity, Taika Waititi's going, funny, and it's like, no, dude, you're not fucking funny.
With Taika
I mean, they're both bad movies.
I just don't like his attitude, but in interviews and shit, he's just. You're not fucking
well,
funny.
he doesn't give a shit.
And it's like,
didn't he make a fun of the VFX people and stuff like that?
He did.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
But like Patty Jenkins, she's, you know, whatever faults came with Wonder Woman 84, like she owned them. I give her that much, and she knew what kind of movie she was making from the go, even though she battled Jeff Johns on it half the time. But it's like, she owns what that movie is, and I can't really fault her on that. And she's making Wonder Woman 3.
I feel like we give her I feel like a lot of people in the Snyder fandom, like not us, but like a lot of people in the Snyder fandom give her like a bit too much shit because she made one bad movie. I'm like,
I mean, it to me, it wasn't so much like she made a bad movie. Like it was a really shitty movie. I didn't really like much about it. It just wasn't good. And then she gets his fucking armor, and it lasts like 2 seconds, because then Cheetah just rips it apart. It was like, oh, okay, a whole army couldn't do it, but you know, Cheetah did. Got it. For me, truly, wish Steve and Tony had gone out in the blazes of glory together. Gwyneth saying goodbye to Robert felt like it felt like not Pepper and Tony. I guess, but I mean, to me, Tony Stark's death didn't really bother me. To me, like, we pretty much knew it was coming. Yeah, like, and so at least he went out saving everybody. Yeah. So that wasn't that bad. And you know, like Steve Rogers, and you know, it wasn't his death, but his way out,
his farewell. I guess.
It wasn't like they left it open for him to come back. I mean, he's still out there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it was actually original change. It was actually get changed because like before they actually did that, they were actually actually have Thanos actually cut his head off and stuff like that with Captain America.
I remember that.
But they didn't do it.
They should.
I'm glad they didn't do that. That would have been too much. If Captain America has head cut off, I'd have been like, "What the fuck?" It would have been like, "Oh, that was unnecessary," but okay. That's like freaking like 80s like sci-fi action movies. You know, people get their heads cut off. You're just like, "Oh Jesus!" You know,
yeah, he was gonna have like his head cut off and a stake was gonna stick on his head and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Cheetah's design in Wonder Woman 84 was terrible. Yeah,
we didn't. I mean, the thing is,
it was just a bunch of outfits, and then at the very
dark.
But that's the thing. At the very end, she became Cheetah, but then, at the end she did, and then she lost her ability to have the fur and everything. So I was like, wait, so now you're not like I don't get it.
The same sentiment could be echoed because I've heard people say the same thing about Gore the God Butcher with Christian Bale. People really wanted like the whole alien tentacle look for Gore, and it's like, yeah, I get it. And it's the same kind of situation with Kirsten Wiig and Cheetah. I mean, I can understand that. Truthfully, I think the one who really got screwed in that movie was Maxwell Lord. They really botched that character something fierce.
Yes, they really.
I really wanted to like this is what I was hoping in the Wonder Woman 1984. I remember in the comics where Wonder Woman actually kills Maxwell Lord in the comics and snaps his neck and everything like that. I actually thought that was gonna happen, but it didn't.
I mean, I don't think they would have I don't think they would have done like a hero snapping the villain's neck again. But like,
I mean, the snap that he did, it made sense. That Tony Stark did at the end. I mean, that was fine. But anyway, I mean, look, compare the two all you want. I mean, to me, I'm sorry, but like right now, if you said which one do you want to watch, you want to watch Wonder Woman 84 or Thor: Love and Thunder, I would probably pick Thor: Love and Thunder because more shit happens. It's slightly more entertaining than Wonder Woman 84. And that's just me. I just think it's a little more entertaining than Wonder Woman 84, and that's not saying much. I mean, they're both terrible movies.
What would you rather touch, like dog shit or cat shit?
That's like saying the shit I took last night was better than the shit I took this morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's kind of like pick your poison. Both of which I think are garbage movies. And I hope that this tells the MCU like, hey, let's not do another Taika Waititi Thor movie. But
dude, it had a 68% drop in its second weekend, and yet people are like, it's fine. The fuck do you mean it's fine? That's not fine.
No,
That's
it was
not
garbage.
good.
Hot garbage.
That's
dude.
not good. It hasn't
Hot
even
garbage.
broken even. It's at like $497 million.
And like, it just feels like a completely different tone when you watch the first Thor movie. Like, you can feel like
That's
it's
a whole
100%.
godly experience.
Dude.
It just feels so godly, and now it just feels like a wet fart. Like,
Look,
it would-
if you
Thor Love and
can
Thunder.
take there, I think it was Jezebel. She showed a side by side of stills from the first Thor movie and Love and Thunder. $150 million first Thor movie looks leagues and bounds better than a $250 million film used with volume technology. It's bizarre. It's absolutely asinine that a movie that costs that much money looks like crap. And yet, $150 million movie looks
I
as
thought
good.
it would look a lot
The one
better
thing that
than
also
the
bothers me about like Love and Thunder, he has two suits. He has like it was a black suit that had like it was
a little
similar-
more traditional. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more traditional, and they got rid of it, and he stuck with the gold. It's like
Sophion.
it's
So
like really like he should have kept that suit for the whole movie.
And then he just got like the McDonald's suit. It just looks like a
McDonald's
McDonald's
Power Ranger
toy.
suit, McDonald's suit, yeah, something like
It
that.
just it's that colorful. I'm like, okay, you just look like a toy you get from
The
McDonald's.
helmet looked like Hawkman.
Oh, don't
Wasn't
even
it
get me
like
started on
CGI?
that fucking helmet. Oh my
Because
god.
I saw in the trailer, he was like, Jane? Scooby-Doo or something.
At
That
the
helmet
end,
was stupid.
well, but at the end when he's like, "Oh, I bestow the power of Thor on all of you. I'm the Asgardian. You're our Asgardian today." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then he bestows his power upon them. I was kind of like, when I watched that, I was like, "Okay, why didn't you do that when you're fighting Thanos in Endgame? That would have been kind of helpful to have all you guys with the power of Thor. Come on, what the fuck?" But still, that was like, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that." You know what I mean?
Another thing that really bugged the shit out of me in Thor: Love and Thunder, all of a sudden now the hammers have personalities. Like they
I
can
just learned that about now, like from like on the stream. Like what?
They talk to each other now.
It was goofy. It was stupid. It was just not funny. And the whole Stormbreaker coming into frame all slow. I was over it within the second time it happened. It wasn't smart. It was dumb.
Like, when you guys were in the theater, like did your audience like laugh at like pretty much every joke?
No,
No.
mine didn't. Like they got chuckles like
when I
every
saw,
half hour.
Like there were some chuckles and some laughs here and there, but it wasn't like nonstop. Like People was like,
Like I remember Thor Ragnarok, my viewing with Thor Ragnarok. I was with my two best friends, and like every Marvel movie leading up to that, people would clap and people would cheer. Phase 4 hasn't had that in any of my theater going experiences, except for Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the only one people clapped.
Very mixed.
Actually, Andrew Garfield.
Like this is how I see Phase 4. I think because like with Phase 3, you had a clear line what directions they were going to, like what they were leading up to. Phase 4, it's not really a clear direction. You have some space stuff and you have some groundwork in the mix. So like, it's just the clear direction isn't really there right now. We don't know where they're heading. Like we all know they gotta do Kang, but like they haven't been teasing him in nothing. Like I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, ever since Loki, like we haven't seen him at all. So we're like, okay, is he still around? I don't get it.
Well, he's gonna be in Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yes, he is.
So I don't know.
Okay, Axel, if you're gonna walk away, you can turn your camera off and let's stare at your dark bedroom, even though it's daytime and bright as fuck outside. But look, regardless, look. Let's see what everyone else has to say about that. Okay, so I put the poll in the chat. I said, what's better, Thor: Love and Thunder or Wonder Woman 84? And right now, 20 votes in, Thor: Love and Thunder is winning 60% to Wonder Woman 84's 40%. So right now, people are voting for Thor: Love and Thunder as a better movie than Wonder Woman 84. But again, like we said, that's not saying much as it is. So take it with how you will. But you know, it is what it is. But let's move on to another topic that just actually came up, I think, today, and this was dropped by all the guys from TPZ. This was the fundraiser they're doing for Zack Snyder's Justice League digital release on the 19th. We will continue our mission to support and honor AFSP. Hashtag for Autumn. It's hashtag Why We Fight. Now you have a chance to win a Zack Snyder signed ZSJL. What is that? 7LP. What is this? Is this music? Yeah.
I think it's
soundtrack. On vinyl. And then here's the rules right here. If you want to enter into this contest, any donation above $25 counts as 2. I think any make a donation of $15 for Adam Snyder Fund. A match donation of $15 counts as 1 entry. So $15 is how you get into the drawing. And there's some more rules on there as well. So you can win the vinyl of the soundtrack, which is pretty cool, and it's a signed copy as well. So that is pretty awesome. But I mean, this is also a big deal, though. I mean, and this is from Abdul, who posted this. And the digital copy is going to be released on the 19th. I think that, again, it's another way of showing that, like, hey, look, if there is a demand for something like Zack Snyder Justice League, and hopefully the sales of the digital copy will take off to show Warner Brothers that, hey, look, there's still a major demand for this product. I think that that definitely gives them something to at least consider when trying to figure out what the fuck they're going to do with their DC. What's this? Loki's dead, at least in 616. Yeah, exactly right. I voted for Thor. What's up, Rhea? Shout out to Rhea. I think the setting I saw in 184 and Thor 4 maybe experience better. The first view I saw during Christmas time with my family in the pandemic, and I saw it the second time before the weekend after a long work week. So here's the thing with that. So when I saw Wonder Woman 84 during Christmas week, I think it was Christmas, right? That it came out?
Drop on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. I remember thinking that after it was done, I was like, I like this movie. I was like, I thought it was pretty cool. But I think at the time I was so starved for some kind of content that I was like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. And then I watched it again and I was like, no, this really wasn't all that great. I was like, this had a lot of flaws. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? That's like when I went and saw The Rise of Skywalker. I went and saw it drunk. Because my wife and I were staying in Tahoe, and we went next door to a sushi restaurant, and I just started, we were getting drinks and having fun, and then we went and saw The Rise of Skywalker, and this is opening night, and after it was done, I was like, that was fucking cool. I like that. And then after I saw it again, I was like, this is not good, dude. This was fucking terrible. What am I talking about? So I mean,
I'm trying to think, how many times did I see Rise of Skywalker? I think twice.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
I think twice. Yeah,
I saw it once. No, I saw it twice in theaters, and then it's funny. Just the other day, I tried to watch it again, and I barely got through the first part of it, and I just turned it off. I was like,
you remember that episode of The Simpsons where Marge and Homer has a flashback to when he saw Empire Strikes Back. They're on a date, and he's walking out of the theater, and he spoils the movie for a whole line of people. That's essentially what kind of happened for me in Rise of Skywalker. Me and my friend are walking out of it. We're talking about it. We're like, holy shit, Palpatine, Snoke's a clone. Da, da, da. 2 dudes walk by us and just give us the death glare. And I was like, oh.
You're like, whoops, my bad.
My bad.
But still, I mean, I don't want to start going on about Star Wars. I mean, I was kind of like, there's a lot I didn't like about that.
Is,
Oh, God.
Yeah, I only could watch.
Why did you say that name?
No, look. Okay, talking about this though, Phil. Did you see this? The donation.
Yes.
We donate. Yeah. So I think this is awesome. So you can right there, and there's a cool shot of it right there.
Oh damn!
And those are the vinyls right there.
That's
They'll have the
saucy.
characters. That's really cool. And there's a sign right there. How many of these they have? Just one?
I think just the one. Yeah.
Is it signed by Zach or is it signed by Tom Holkenberg?
I think just Zach.
Let me see. Signed by Zack Snyder right there. Bam. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I think it's really cool. I thought that was a really cool idea. So I definitely support these guys in doing that. Another thing I wanted to ask you guys about was this. This got a lot of attention.
I wish I was invited. I'm not gonna lie.
But it also got a lot of negative attention, and I think it's really stupid that it did. I mean, look, they got to go to. I mean, they're at the Stone Quarry, which I think is his house.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, some people like I saw were on Film Junkies stream, and they were like talking about like apparently there's a Rorschach mask in Zach's bathroom. I'm like, okay.
Well,
But, I think this is really cool. Like he's having lunch with his fans, and yeah, I just think that's really cool. And why?
I mean, this is his crew, though. I mean, this is TPZ. I mean, these guys have supported him for a long time, and look, I mean, he did something really cool, and they told the story on the Vodka stream about how they were supposed to meet at the coffee shop that he frequents, and they got there, and he messaged, I think it was McD, and he said, "Hey, I can't make it," and he told them, "Hey, Zach can't make it," and they're like, "Oh, what the hell? Like, damn, that sucks," And then he said, "Hey, do me a favor, bring me a cappuccino and bring it to this address." And that's when they went there. Like, holy shit, he invited us, over there. And then they got a chance to see it. But okay, here's the thing: is that a lot of people took this very negatively. They looked at it like this was like overboard. Some people call it clout chasing. I don't really see it as that. I just see it as them being fans of a director in Zack Snyder, going there and having a really good fucking time. I mean, if I went, I would post pictures as well. I don't know. I just thought it was really cool.
It looks very fun. Like, I don't understand how this can get negativity. Like,
I know exactly why it got negativity.
Oh, I know exactly why.
Because people are jealous. People are straight up just jealous.
I'm jealous, but I'm not gonna act like a fucking bitch. But I mean, of course, I don't expect me to get invited to any of this stuff. Because first of all,
it would be amazing if we got invited there.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been insane. And the thing too is that like what a lot of us don't realize is that these guys have had multiple, like they talk with Zach more often than you think, and they've had more Zoom chats with him more than people think, and so that's why it's kind of like they're in communication with him more often than everyone realizes. And so I just think that, hey, look, at the end of the day, you gotta look at it as, to me at least, this is a really cool thing, and this shows you how cool of a guy Zack Snyder is that he let like his closest, probably one group of fans that he has that are very close to him, over to his house to have like a brunch and hang out. They got to see the theater. He gave them bottles of
what is brunch?
Of the whiskey. God damn it. And they got to watch scenes from Star Wars. I mean, that was really cool. I mean, what other director do you know that does that? I don't know anybody. I don't know if any other director does that.
I mean, James Gunn did throw a party one time.
Oh yeah, exactly right. So shout out to TBZ. I thought this was really cool, and I'm glad they got a chance to go there. And then this is a cool shot too, with that Wonder Woman picture in the background, the stand-in, which should have been the movie. Would have been a cooler story, I think, but still. And look, Desiree has a point. I mean, people should be happy for them. The fandom has a lot of weak people, and that's the thing, is that like I think it's interesting that some decided to have streams and just complain about it and call them clout chasers and call them a bunch of names, and it's just kind of like, dude, it's like they got a chance to go there, you didn't. That's just how it fell, dude. Like, I don't know.
Well, I just think Abdul, Dave, Dexter, like some of these guys have like been there literally from the beginning after Justice League did what it did in the theater. Like they were some of the longest running champions to get the movie released. Like I really don't understand why some people just have the biggest hate boner for this whole concept. Like there's a certain select few people out there who are just straight up butthurt that these guys have such a good relationship with him, but it's deserved on their end because of how much they do support him as both a friend and as fans. It's asinine. It's truly asinine that some people will really take time out of there to be like, man, I didn't get to go. These guys are jerks and clout chasers. Boo hoo, motherfucker, you're not that cool.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I think it shows a lot of character, a lot of true character when you cry, bitch, and complain about how, oh, look what they did. They were tagging people and like. And here's the thing. Okay, people always say like, oh, if you don't like someone's content or what they're doing, just ignore it. Just ignore them then.
And look, I know what it's like to not get invited to parties. Like, speaking about you, school people, but like still, like, and besides, they're overseas. I'm like, I don't care.
Exactly, and it's like some of these people had to fly cross country. You know, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but yeah, you know what? Like I said, shouts out to them. I thought that was really cool that they got a chance to go there. But let's move on to the last topic, which is going to be the Marvel Studios spoilers. So, guys, just remember, okay, there's going to be a spoiler-heavy section right here. So I warned you, spoilers are coming. Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to our little spoiler section. Here we go. Okay, so Tales from whatever. Okay, so this is the scoops right here. Quantumania confirms Daniel RBK's plot leak. We had info on a lot of this per month. Cassie finds her suit in Hank Pym's basement while snooping around. We see Cassie in giant form. Bill Murray plays Krylar. Krylar raises an army of humanoid aliens from the quantum realm to try and defeat Kang and was it MODOK?
MODOK, yes.
MODOK. MODOK looks just like he does in the comics, which there's no other way you can do MODOK. Like he has to be as accurate as possible because of how crazy he looks. Yeah. The army fails, but Team Ant-Man summons an army of ants and is able to beat Kang. Okay. Corey Stoll plays MODOK. Who's Corey Stoll?
He played Yellow Jacket.
Yeah. Okay. Across the first Ant-Man movie.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll be playing MODOK, and then expect to hear the name Victor Timely in the movie. Now, Phil, do you know who Victor Timely is?
Not a clue.
I don't know who that is.
What is that?
I don't know who the fuck. I mean, let me look it up. Victor Timely. Victor Zaz? No.
Victor Bray? Oh my god, is he back?
Victor Zaz in the
fuck is this?
movie.
The actor?
What is this? Victor Timely. I don't.
Is it just me, or does Victor Zaz in Birds of Prey kind of look like Neil, like a regular Neil? He does. He kind of does.
It looks like it's another variant of Kang.
Yeah, it's okay. That makes more sense. Okay, so now going back to this. Okay, Wakanda Forever confirms RBK's plot leak, but says it's missing a lot of details. Well, okay. Recently, bulky Ironheart leaked concept art is true. There's a mutant in the movie, probably Namor. Will be revealed to be one, but should be a big deal. So, and that's the thing too, is that we just got revealed that Miss Marvel in this universe is a mutant. Yeah, and so are we just going to assume that mutants have always been around? Is that what they're going to just try and do?
I don't understand that.
Say oh yeah, they've been around here the whole time, just been hiding out. Like what?
People are probably get hate. I saw the actual thing for Wakanda Forever, every detail. People are get hated so much, how they disrespect T'Challa. Do you want to know how he dies? he basically died. He basically dies by getting sick.
Well, it says Doctor Doom's post-credit scene was filmed with a stand-in. This was before anyone else mentioned it. So
that reminds me of when they did Thanos before they actually cast Thanos.
Yeah. I mean, he has a mask on, so you can have him show up, say a few lines, and that's it, or say a word, and that's it. It won't matter who's doing it.
I'm Dr. Doom. Let's fuck shit up.
The Marvels, which we know was going to happen. There's going to be a scene of a spaceship under attack / in trouble. Humans are on board, potentially Skrulls too, and everyone is panicking. Okay. Echo, Charlie Cox only confirmed for a few days, or only filmed for a few days. One of the villains of the show is described as a hunter-like character that's wild and crazy. It will force Echo out of wherever she is at when the series starts. It's cool that Charlie Cox will be in the show along with probably Vincent D'Onofrio, exactly. But I mean, overall, I don't give a fuck about Echo. I didn't give a shit about the character. I actually thought she was kind of annoying in the show.
Faults in the chat.
But do we? Yeah. Okay, well, you guys.
I don't really give a damn about Hawkeye that much. So.
No, I don't either.
I feel that's the least talked about of the MCU.
Holy fuck, this goes on for forever. Okay, here we go. Fantastic Four. They're looking for characters in their late 20s and mid 30s for the main cast. No actor is currently signed on for the movie.
Fantastic, he would be good.
So, look, if you ask me, and for everything that I've heard, John Krasinski is not going to be Reed Richards moving forward. I think that was just a cameo, and I think that they're going to cast somebody else.
It makes me sad.
I mean, I would like for him to be in it, but like, I just don't see it happening. I don't. And
he did look awesome in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, until his head blew up. Like, which I was hoping he'd do a little bit more, but I guess they were just like, hey, this is costing money. Let's go ahead and blow his head up.
Costume was pretty awesome.
What was?
The costume with Mr. Fantastic.
I thought it was. I liked it. But you know, everything that I've heard is that it's going to be a new actor. That's what I've heard. Okay, and I'm not a scooper. I don't fucking know, but the people that I've talked to said that, or pretty much saying that it's going to be a different actor.
You're a scooper now.
I'm not a scooper, but the people that I know are saying who are scoopers are saying that it's going to be a different actor.
Do you think they might announce the director at Comic-Con, the new director?
I don't know if that's like. I think if they were going to announce a new director at Comic-Con, it would have to be a director that would generate a lot of buzz. If they were just like, yeah, it's going to be, you know, Stephen Lewis who directed this movie. You don't really know. Yeah, I'm just saying, like it has to be like, you know, we're going to have Steven Spielberg. Like, holy shit, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like something where it's going to blow your mind. Like, whoa, they did that? That's awesome. You know, if they're like, the new director for the Fantastic Four, let me welcome Ben Affleck. Then it'll be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, yeah. Oh god. I mean, they could, but I mean, and personally, I don't think they will. I think that I think the main thing you're going to get from Comic-Con is, you know, She-Hulk. You're going to get stuff from Wakanda Forever. Yep. And I think you're going to get a big what do you call it?
I think they're going to show off Ant-Man because that's the next one after Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I would say so. I think Ant-Man will have a little thing, but I think what they're going to have is they're going to show a big feature. I know they're going to show a big featurette that'll have like a whole bunch of different scenes and art and clips from a whole bunch of projects that are coming up, and that will just get everyone really excited, like doing Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? And you're like, whoa, yeah, you know. But I don't think really all that much is going to be confirmed other than the projects that we already know are happening and the ones that are about to come out. Like Wakanda Forever, I think we'll have something going on for that. Probably Ant-Man and then She-Hulk and any other series that they have coming up. And then that's it. They're going to get the fuck out.
What about Secret? What about Secret Invasions? Do you think they'll show a trailer for that?
I think so. I think so. Because that's coming up really soon too.
It is a secret. So.
I wouldn't expect anything from Loki season 2 though. That's in the middle of filming.
No,
right?
Yeah. I'd be surprised if they did Loki season 2 anything.
Yeah, Owen Wilson, he's like, wow.
No.
Loki in a McDonald's.
I think Wakanda Forever is going to be their biggest drop.
Yeah.
At Comic-Con.
Wait, Loki's working at McDonald's?
Yeah.
There's a photo of him and Sylvie in a 1970s-esque McDonald's. Yeah.
Wait, is it the female Loki? Or?
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, so Eternals 2 is on track. Whatever. There are many production issues. The Eternals. I mean, I don't give a fuck about Eternals 2. I thought Eternals 1 was really boring.
It was different.
It was different, and I'll give it that. But it was just kind of like. I don't know. A lot of those characters, I was like, okay, he's gonna die. That person's gonna die. It was like it just seemed very sort of predictable in a way. I don't know, but I like how it was filmed and all. But I found it to be really boring. And I was hoping to be a lot better. Casting: Eldon Henson Foggy has signed on with Marvel Studios. So Foggy, the guy who played Foggy in Daredevil, is back. Yep. Deborah Ann Wool Karen should also be back, but no confirmation has already having signed with Marvel. Chloe Bennett, which is Quake, has signed on with Marvel Studios. Who's Chloe Bennett?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There, that's right, Quake. Bonus. Gary Oldman was a top pick to play Arthur Harrow in Moon Knight before Oscar Isaac brought in Ethan Hawke. I liked Ethan Hawke a lot in that role. I thought he played it really, really well.
Ethan Hawkeye.
Gary Oldman would have been cool because I mean, and it would have made sense that he was a much older man, you know, because he had it for a while. So before him, Hawkeye isn't listed as a limited series inside Marvel Studios. Okay.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, they're going to pull in Kate Bishop for something else, so I would imagine them doing a season 2. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Haley Steinfeld, yes, you're going to see a lot more of her in other projects. But as for Hawkeye, no, I think that's done. I think I think
he's retired.
Yeah, I watched every episode of Hawkeye, and as much as I want to say that, like, I didn't think it was that bad, I haven't watched it since, and I haven't had any desire to watch it. So, which is kind of the same for a lot of MCU stuff lately, except for Spider-Man, Loki, and Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, which I liked all those. So
I actually did rewatch Loki like a week and a half ago.
It's a good show. It's a good show. I liked it. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. That was the first one where I was like, okay, like they're raising the stakes on this, and it's paying off. So like I actually really, really enjoyed Loki. I thought that was really good. That was the first show that felt like I was watching a movie in a show format.
Right. You know, I did see a rumor that Kate Herron, she was the showrunner or director of season 1, that she's involved with Star Wars: The Acolyte.
Well, that should be good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I like what she did with that. So
there was also that bit of news that was the Mandalorian. Boba Fett season 2 is going to happen. Yeah. Which, but at the same time, though, it's like, how can they not do a season 2 at this point? And like, as much as I had issues with season 1, I didn't think that they were not going to do season 2 because it would be kind of weird.
For no season 2.
I think it's gonna be a little different this time around. But guys, that's all. Guys, that's all the topics we have for today. And that's going to wrap up this kind of low-key, kind of members-only stream. I want to thank Axel, Arkham, Phil for coming on here and just hanging out and talking about some... we actually talked about a lot of MCU, which is kind of crazy. That's how I roll Sunday nights, I guess. Axel, where can everyone find you?
So you can find me on Twitter by my new Twitter because it got suspended. Under
does not surprise me at all. It does not surprise me one bit.
You can find me on there. You can find me on Instagram, Axel Droga, DeviantArt, Axel Droga, and pretty much that.
There we go. Okay, Phil, where can they find you?
Unfiltered, Twitter, Vero, Instagram, all that fun stuff. You can catch me sometimes here, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's up to Andre. You can all catch me on the 4 Nerd Show every Thursday. You can probably catch me on the ACS Universe Show most Fridays. You can also listen to Superhero Stress or The Eternal Night. Just posted a solo show for Superhero Stress, actually, talking about Thor, Love and Thunder, and Ms. Marvel, and a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah.
Arkham Gaming, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Arkham Gaming. You can find me on YouTube, Arkham Gaming, and Instagram, Arkham Gaming. All the same name.
All the same name. There it is. All right, you guys. So I'll be live again tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the Nicotina Show. And we'll talk about some of these topics and a few more that come up tomorrow. Also, I'm going to be doing another giveaway of a physical copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I want to be able to give that away before we get to the release of the digital copy. But like I said before, I want to thank Axel, Phil, and Arkham Gaming for coming out and hanging out tonight and talking about a little MCU and some Comic-Con shit. One thing I did want to bring up was that, I mean, honestly, I don't think that DC... I mean, to me, if you're just pushing Black Adam and Shazam, I don't think that's enough to put you anywhere close to what Marvel's doing right now, regardless of how bad Thor: Love and Thunder is. It's just, to me, it's not enough. My only hope is that we get a Henry Cavill cameo at the end of Black Adam, because I think that will definitely raise the stakes and will generate so much more buzz about DC than if it's just a headless cameo, which I'm hoping we
and he's going to be saying, well,
or just not announce a Superman movie.
That would be even better. Or what if Henry Cavill was actually at Comic-Con? That would be...
Yeah, that would be even better. I think what
it's fire
he has to do, I know the restructure and everything like that, but when he's I think he has to because he talks about Superman. He wants to
He's been talking about Superman.
So like, I think the best thing at San Diego Comic-Con is just announce a Superman film. Like, bring Henry Cavill on stage, announce a Man of Steel 2 coming soon.
And
that
like,
would be
after
amazing.
rewatching Man of Steel last night, I'm like, what happened? Why?
Kalel, no.
You're like, what were they thinking? Fuck.
I don't know.
But we'll see how it turns out.
Mm.
We'll see how it all pans out
don't
at
know.
Comic-Con this weekend coming up. So it should be pretty fun, interesting to see how that plays out. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at the Nicotina Show. And until then, you guys be cool, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.